because look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Kanye was diagnosed with bipolar disorder after a manic episode back in 2016 when he was placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold at UCLA Medical Center.
Go! Drive! I have no idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
All right, the informant back in the building. So we clearly see a pattern. Kanye said people try to misdiagnose him, put him on medications, and he refused to do it because he knew the ending story. Maybe he took a page out of Michael Jackson's book. Whatever happened with Michael and his doctor, right? Then we have another example of Wendy Williams. We don't know what happened to Wendy. She fainted on her TV show after making some statements that did not go along with the guidelines of her contract, I would believe, right? So now, all of a sudden, after Nicki Minaj has been making these allegations against Roc Nation and Jay-Z specifically about being foul, owing her money, all type of other stuff, Tory Lanez, she got a long list of why she don't like Roc Nation or Jay-Z. So now they're saying Nicki Minaj may be bipolar, and she might be one of the next celebrities to be brung in involuntarily to a medical center until they diagnose her, right? And I don't even know how that's even legal, that you could hold someone in a medical center involuntarily when it's not like they got like a wound somewhere where it's life and death, a terminal illness. We're not going to let you go because if we let you out of our care, something might happen to you, right? So I don't even know how that's even possible that you could hold someone involuntarily. But Nicki should know better. When you sign up with these people, and she just put out a tweet today, and she's going hard saying, yo, I'm the one. She's talking to Jay-Z, saying she's the one that's going to really take him down. Nicki Minaj also alluded that Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kaur, is actually his handler. She said that Gucci Mane's wife is actually there to keep him sedated. Now, if you guys could go back and look back, I've been made a video about Gucci Mane being a clone about 6 months ago. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with change. Yes, Gucci Mane can change, but this guy just looks totally different. Mannerisms different. Everything different. I never knew that just working out and eating right could actually change who you really are. Like physically, I know mentally, but your physical appearance just change to where there's no remnants of the old you. And every time these guys get locked up and go into custody, for some reason, I don't know what it is about these celebrity jails, they come back looking super different, being different. Like Kodak Black, even Lil Wayne. Look at Lil Wayne compared to a couple years ago when he got locked up in New York. This Lil Wayne, we don't even know who the hell this guy is. Come on, man. I'm not sure what powers and what connections Nicki has, but it don't really look like Nicki got too many industry friends. And this is why she got married to a dude from her neighborhood that she knew as a child, because she kind of sensed that the industry had a dark side to it. Matter of fact, Nicki played a part of that dark side with all the Roman's revenge and all this stuff. So she know what's going on in the background. Right now, she feels like she's strong enough to take on the industry and the superpowers. She even mentioned Leor Cohen's name, which is one of the head people at YouTube Music. We've seen people turn their back on the industry before, and it never ends well. We don't need a tragedy like this. Yes, we're not idol worshiping or anything like that, but when we see someone like Nicki saying she's fed up with the industry, Nicki even said today, all the young artists that's coming up that want to be in the industry, they need to pay attention to everything because the industry has a specific agenda. And if we go into agendas, there's so many agendas to talk about when it comes to the industry. So what agenda is Nicki really talking about? She pushed Nicki pushed a very, very big agenda. Pink. We're just gonna say that. And I don't know where she went wrong because Nicki did a lot of shit that the community don't agree with. Whether it's the demonic shit or the pink shit. I don't know what Nicki saw in the industry. It seems like it was after her relationship with Meek Mill. And she also called Meek Mill pink as well. So maybe then she realized, like, damn, this is really on some occult shit. Right? So this is kind of sketchy, kind of nervous for Nicki. Because if they say they could hold you involuntarily until they clear you medically because they say you're bipolar, that's a lose-lose situation. She said LAPD has been trying to frame her, saying they swatted her house while her child was there, guns was pulled, basically trying to rip her child out of her arms legally, separate her from her family, and then break her down. Maybe it's the MK Ultra, we don't know. These are just assumptions and conspiracies, right? But why is Roc Nation so powerful? How is Roc Nation so powerful? We seen Tory get taken down. We didn't even think that. Right now, to me, I think the whole Tory Lanez situation, in my mind, I think Tory Lanez is on an island somewhere chilling because there's no way it's that real that Tory Lanez got 10 or 15, how many years he got in jail. How is that possible? After his first incident with the courts, like, it don't even make any sense. But clearly, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, these people hold a lot of key positions, whether it's with the government or in the industry. Clearly, it's with the government per se, because they're using a lot of official power moves when it comes to dealing with their problems. They're not going back and forth. They're legally going on paper and trying to demolish certain artists that speak against their establishment. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Why is Roc Nation so powerful? How are they so powerful? And is Nicki Minaj playing with her life by trying to go against Jay-Z and Roc Nation? Because there's so many angles to go about this. We go the conspiracy way or we go the other way. What y'all think? Let me know. The Informant, I'm out.
Jay-Z, Hov, what's good, Hov?